Hey, everybody. Man, spreading the word of the factory today. Probably gonna get to better embassies, right? Or at least getting the parts together for them. There's not a lot to do at the moment, which is a weird thing to say. I mean, we only have one more uplift. We have nothing more to build. We just got like cleanup and stuff. So, and tech is moving along. That's going to be its utility space, and space should be the antelope upgrade, right? So let's go do stuff. More Timmy Pulp 2. This one's weird. Come on, friends. Let's go take a look at wafer processing and try to diagnose what is going on here. No. Did I go by silicon already? Yes, actually I did. It was the green stuff. Alright. Silicon processing, doping. This is a problem. We don't have any. Why don't we have any? No Timmy 3. Here, let's appreciate what we have, right? By spamming that which we no longer have. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. Dump it in. There we go. We are now better upgraded. Problem remains, though, this didn't address the issue, which is no Timmy Pulp 2. And this is going to be a bit of an infuriating problem, right? Because here we have Timmy Pulp 2. It's being made. But we are full up on the concentrate. And we're full up on the concentrate because apparently we just don't use antimony oxide anymore. Apparently we have to get rid of it, which is beyond weird. It's like Timmy oxide is used in everything, I would have thought, but apparently not. Actually, it's not used in much. Why do I have this in my head that it's used absolutely everywhere? Like, do I have to step back and use a less efficient recipe just to have a better Timmy oxide pull? Do I have to set up an area that uses the concentrate without upgrading it when we're too low on antimony oxide? I mean, I can do that. So we need to get rid of this stuff, and this is just makes a lot of oxide, or it goes into that and it makes a lot of oxide. And it's a co-product, so we're stuck. This is kind of infuriating, isn't it? So, what we need to do is that thing I just said. We need to use the concentrate directly in an inefficient, fast manner when there is a void of Timmy oxide 2. And then we need to route it in exactly at this point. So it is used with preference. This is not what I expected to do when I got up this morning. Alright, let's go do that. We need a bunch of just oxygen furnaces and plastic, right? Don't we have some things to... I could always... What are you guys doing? I could always... Why do we have Timmy Pulp 2 here? Explain yourself. So... I guess it just is left over from how things were. Do we need it for anything else? I don't think so. I think it only is used in then upgrading. We get that, and then goes to Timmy Pulp 3. Oh. Maybe it does get used. So this is overflowing, and that's correct. So. We kind of want to detect a void and then start using the concentrate, I think. Is it okay to use... Like, this is the bleeding edge, it looks like. So if we just grab that and say no, and we say Timmy oxide from concentrate directly, and we just have to get that concentrate in. Oh, we don't want to, we want the opposite of that. We want no prod whatsoever. We want to be wasteful. And faster. Maybe even just speed on top of this. Anyway, let's not think about that. What's needed is getting the concentrate in. So let's just kind of flip you and flip you. And then we'll connect it right here. Connect it right here. And then we have this ready. And these guys, like, no. Now we're out input priority from the other side. Why is there an output priority to the right? That doesn't make any sense at all. Alright, so we'll use this stuff first. And now we have to plug in the concentrate, but only when antimony right here. This is antimony pulp 2. So when you come right here, and this is, and then we need pulp, we need the concentrate, the super good concentrate, and that's this stuff. And I don't know what this is doing, and neither does it. So grab that, put that, well, not quite like that. And then we have to turn a pump on and off. Based on readings. So when Timmy Pulp 2 right here is below 1000, I want you to start just burning this new stuff, this sort of concentrate. I want it to exit the system as aggressively as possible. There we go. Now these guys are burning it. And I want this going faster. It's still down at its limit. Just drink this stuff down. And it will be used first because it comes around to here. Oh, we had someone picked up. So it's a free-for-all right now. But the point is that the little dribbles coming through here now use the correct thing on priority. And we'll do that. Well, I suppose we're just wasting stuff now, huh? Because everything is going. So maybe it has to be when this is full, but it's still full. I am unsure of what this world I live in right now. But I do know stepping back to less efficient antimony production is kind of good. It's kind of really good. I love how you have to make these decisions. Alright, so this is eating, was it 70? So it's basically 300 a second. And we're making far less than 300 a second. So in the case where we don't have enough Timmy Pulp 2, which is often, because now we have another case, right? Well, I suppose, like, what about the case where we're just eating up all of our concentrate, right? And there's not enough concentrate to go and get concentrated. With the rest of the cycle. And so we don't have this stuff. It's like the black soul, the dark soul of antimony is not arising. So shouldn't it be a situation where... Well, it's also being made over here, too. So is this not underflowing correctly? Because this is not being made. Because we have too much... Well, this has to go here. Oh, maybe the problem was something else. So it comes here. It's 11% to 35.5, right? This makes the 11%. 38.5. I can do numbers. I'm surely not just babbling these numbers. No. Where does this go? And this should be underflowing into this. And then this comes down here, and we need more... Oh, is this our actual problem? Oh. Oh, is this our actual... No hot air? I bet you I clipped this. Betcha. Some hot air, understandable. No hot air, not understandable. Like, this place needs it. This has some. This is still completely empty. I am almost sure... Oh, this has been everywhere. So, okay. I don't see where the hot air feed gets in here. That's a problem. Where does hot air come from? I know we have a hot air line around here somewhere. We have to. All right, so we are at titanium nitride. And it is full up, which strongly implies we have enough hot air. Many questions. Like, there's hot air, and it's fully pressurized. So, yes, I have clipped this line. I am the author of my own downfall. Such as it is. There's hot air, too. So, where are we actually... So, we're supposed to be going this way? Did I mess this up around here? Right there is where I messed it up? And so, I'm kind of concerned that I didn't actually fix anything. Oh, this kind of asks for it, doesn't it? Do I have another one? Do I have another one? No. All right. And what was it at before? I don't know. If I just take these guys and I ultra gigaprod them, this guy goes to a 4-4. Doesn't make it easy, does it? It's okay. We don't care at all about our modules anymore or power. Alright, so right there. Oh, it doesn't work? Should work. There we go. And now these guys are making 13. And why are you... Okay, so there's still hot air problems. Which is... Okay, I was asking for something to do today, right? Why is this... If you look, this is making only 4. This one's got another one? But is this not a 5? Oh, it's not a 5-5. There we go. That's what we want. Here, we're even gonna mega prod you. So there we go. It's mostest efficientist. And very fast. I wonder if this was all... This was the real problem. and I actually haven't solved anything because now I have a hot air shortage. Hot air, and I promised, this is actually good, because I promised I would go look at Simik hot air next hot air crisis. It looks like we're there, and we have best Simics now. We don't have best Simik pens, not by far. Here, Simik. Actually, we might have better Simik pens. Do we have this? Yeah, we do. Okay, we just don't have this guy. No, we have everything. We have best Simik pens. I think we're going to do a hot air experiment today because tech is going. I don't have anything else to worry about. Anyway, the question now is, with this extra bypass, which probably shouldn't have happened, right? We actually need another phrase here. Need a decider combinator. We need to do two things. There we go. And so when we have this greater than 28,000 and this less than 1,000, then E equals 1. All right, that is a better guard. That is much better than what we were doing before. And this will shut off, but we have more production than we need, so that's fine. And we have an emergency valve. Okay, I believe in this. I think this is fine. Now we should sweep by wafer making and see if there's something we can do for that. And then we should go try to make best Simik dens, at least one of them, and then go interview the Simik hot air recipe because I think it's going to be garbage. But I have been encouraged to go look at it, so I will go look. Especially since I have nothing but time right now. We are just, at the moment, just kind of waiting. We have a few projects we can do. But, there we go. And we're doing with best prod. So we're a little more efficient. Wow, we need a lot of Timmy pulp too. It's super fast and it doesn't mean anything. At least this makes a whole bunch. Alright. Well, they're delivering, so how bad can things be? Answer, pretty bad. We just don't know about it yet. Which is the same as not having problems. Just making more deposits because I've just been spamming. Level 3 prod mods. It's felt great. Here, we're done with this, right? Then we should probably go through our watches and then go... Let's high pressure some Simik dens right now. I'm surprised we get to jump all the way to level 4. But that's how it goes, I guess. Keep looking at the wrong side. So where are you, Simics? Xenos. Simics? Simik. Alright, you are doing Simik Den. Simik Den 3, and you will do Simik Den. Simik Den 4. And that just requires basic stuff that's already on the belt. That's okay. I guess we're never ever going to have Simik Den 3s out there. We're going to skip directly to Simik Den 4s. And so you should call Simik Den 2s. Simik. Yeah. And then, do Do any of you deal with spoilables? No? How very polite. Alright, we're going to let you do this. And we're probably going to scoop up individual items. And we're going to do actual best Simiks. A Mark IV. I think this is the first. Or, no. SAP Mark IV was probably the first. But this was it's quite... I don't know if we have mechanical parts on the... oh, we do. Mechanical parts 4. I think we probably have everything right there. Alright, let's do our watches. Watching antelope. And this is for making sure that all of the antelope breeders are actually going. Looks like yes. No? Need more Renea? No. It needs more of everything, essentially. Alright, is this a... Oh, it's a transport problem. And you are synced up. That means you were waiting for something. We're going to continue watching antelopes. Watch helium-3. That is very, very touchy right here. And right now we have enough of it. And this is almost out, but he's on the way back. He's pretty close. And then we have our backup helium-3 maker right here, so that's fine. So I want to say there's no problems with helium-3. Great. Now we want to watch Milfy. Let's go see if that's being produced in necessary quantities. Because it gets used in quantum dots. Why are we not here? Well, it looks like we need more transport, right? And we do not get to check this off our list yet. Wait, circuit condition. 5 seconds is kind of minimum. All right, off you go. So that's checking that off. Need more americium. I should probably just go look at that, right? Make sure that that is working properly. And this has everything it needs, so we'll just be back. We just took care of that. We did. But it says science isn't going. Let's go look at that. Right now we're just going to go take a look at the americium stream in person. And what are we doing here? I mean, this looks good. This is a lot of candy floating by. Very much worried that if I add more candy, we will not be able to metabolize it. Like, we could be using this stuff for power, and that would help a lot with dumping out this material. But at the same time, this is going at normal speed. Seeing them go at differential rates is kind of painful to watch, honestly. I should probably blue everything. Anyway, this is stuck. And these guys are going as hard as we can. So this is... We are in the cycle where we have too much plutonium peroxide. And we are limited hard on plutonium peroxide, right? All these guys are spinning. And they're spinning close to max speed. Wow. Where's that power going? It goes into me. So, two things. First thing. We need another one of these. We do. So this produces 60 a second. So each one of these is eating 15 a second. And we could build another waster right here. Which, I don't know, maybe we have more of these? Let's take a look at some graphs. Americium. oxide. And we are pegged out, it looks like, at 40%-ish of what we want our production to be. So this is our main bottleneck at the moment. I think we're done with this. If you look at hot air. Yeah, it's fallen off. So we're probably in better shape. But I'm still going to investigate better Simiks. We can just pile drive carbon fiber if we wanted to. And I suppose this also is good because it's going to consume fuel rods in some... Oh, look, it's being used. So we are having regular deliveries. That's what this means. And as you can see, it's about 40% of what we need. We need to double it and then half of the double again. And to do that, plutonium peroxide. We need to get rid of plutonium peroxide. This is the critical rate. And this does what? Each one of those is half a plutonium peroxide every second for useless work. We just have to get... So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. This is 13 a second. So that is equivalent to essentially one of these. With the... caveat that those particle accelerators spinning to win are creating problems in the form of more candy that has to be dealt with, whereas the neutron absorbers are doing nothing. Why is there something out of... Why? Why am I being jerked around here? Because the alerts are changing. How can anyone be out of food? Is this in the South Factory? Tech number 1. Good. Now, just mining prod? Sure. The only sad part is it just unlocks another tech, and that's not what I want. But it creeps ever closer. We only have a few more episodes of doing... We only have a few more episodes altogether. Let's appreciate this time we have, right? What is your problem? Oh, you never got an interrupt. Well, that's incredibly lazy of me. And I want to add, extremely nice of the system to actually flag where caravans are out of food. I didn't do that. That was someone else. That was a good job they did there. Are you going to pick back up? You're going to pick back up, right? What am I even doing? I was on a mission to do something and I got distracted. I was talking about something. I know we're making Simiks, but it wasn't Simiks. It was air mericium. I was on my way to go check out neutron absorbers and see if we have another pile of those. Because while they are nowhere near the efficiency level I would like for them, they do dispose of plutonium peroxide essentially for free. So they are a welcome addition. There's 40 right here. Oh, okay. Here, just fill the box with it for me, would you? So we're going to deploy these guys. And that's, if we have, so this is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. We have 25 plutonium peroxide a second of being just absorbed from that. Okay. That is progress. And then, have we made any? No, we need more of those. No, we're not ready. We're gonna go stuff those full of what what they're missing, if we manage to sweep back this way. So if that was a full tech, it would have to be a long episode if I want to see 3 techs today. This is a little worrying. But borax takes winding trails, winding circuitous routes. That touched the walkway. That's evil. That touches the walkway. That is evil. And so what we want to do is just add more of these guys in just a long winding belt. Why is it I'm doing this? Is this because I have to? Why am I doing this? I am remarkably confused by my intentions. Oh, it needed to get over there. I see. So why don't I just... I guess there is no just, huh? Yeah, this is kind of a pain, isn't it? How can I solve this problem? We have it right here, right? Well, can we do a symmetrical thing? We don't have to do a single solution. We do a multi-solution. Alright, that completely failed to solve my problem. However, I can now do this. And now they're at least connected together, right? Now I just have to solve it once, somewhere, at some point. And that's necessary. And this... that can't be used. Well, maybe it can. Hold on. If we just... we reframe our problem, right? Well... yeah, we wouldn't need this anymore. Let's reframe the problem such that we can solve it. It's like algebra. You remember algebra, right? Now, this guy, who will fill my inventory with plutonium, doesn't have to be there. And now you're hooked up. There, we solved it properly. Quote, unquote, properly. And this is the fastest one of the shuffle recipes, right? Here, let's take a look at that. All we care about is speed. Let's just... oh, we can also get neutron. We can get rid of the neutrons with that to eat a little more of the candies. Noted. But these guys are 400 seconds, 220. Yeah, this is the fastest one. We want to do this. And we just want to do this forever. Right? Oh, and that was the waste box. This should not have to be like that. Anything that rots out should just go back in here because we deal with all of it right there. There's no difference between waste and primary production. Now, the big problem we're going to have is I don't think I left a via here. None to speak of. So we actually have a problem. Which means, guess I don't copy the entire thing, which is kind of a painful sort of admission. It is admitting, and I don't like it. Okay, so we do this. And we have caused ourselves enormous problems by doing that. So let's just do a big old undo. These pipes are getting routed around. It's I'm done with this. Oh, and we flooded this with oxygen. How wonderful. That's just fantastic. All right, we're routing around. I know we have a good thing right here, and it makes a lot of sense. But we're not doing it this way anymore. This block has been condemned as a no-go zone. And unfortunately, you have gone. So, we're just gonna pull you up and move you somewhere else. You're getting the exact same treatment. For, I might add, the exact same reason. And this is just going to be a blocker. We're not even going to bother putting vias in. It's just going to be the place where pipes do fear to tread. So pick that up, pick that up. Pick that up. All right. Okay. We are still okay, if more than a little confused. So pick this up, and I do realize that this is going the entire wrong way. But I can fix it. Of course I can fix it. And then you go this way. Now it is going the right way. And that's going the right way. Now we just have to pull this in and bring it around, I guess. Or. Just get another one. Yeah. There we go. And then we have to just hook this up. And boric acid is already hooked up. And we have now added in... We have another... We can probably put in another one, huh? Copy. It's going to be half made, but it'll be a reminder for us to come back and do it. It's more than half made. It's almost entirely made. I did not think we had quite so much. Alright, friend, go that way. And friend, come this way. And friend, go that way. There. The plutonium peroxide crusher has now grown in size. We need more. We need 4 more over here. And it looks like there's other things we need. I can't tell. Oh, it's just very tall, right? And this does useless shuffling, and it consumes plutonium peroxide. Huzzah, right? Now this guy comes there. That's good. And this comes around, and this needs to be hooked up. And good. It's probably going to be a bit, but we can before we see something measurable, right? If we go look here, plutonium per... Obviously there's this jump, but that's just filling like the pipes and stuff. We added more space. It's the consumption that we want to see bump up. Right now we're at 15K a minute. And what is this? If we added 25 a second times 60, that should be 1500. That's barely just a little bump. That's a teensy little bump. It's a dependable bump. It's a constant bump, but it's still just a teensy weensy little bump. Itty bitty. And yeah, I want to say we didn't do very much here, friends. And the worst problem is getting next level versions of this isn't going to help. The fact it can't be sped is awful. It really is. Makes all of this quite difficult. Anyway, let's go play with hot air for a bit. Like, literally, that's where we're at. I don't think it is critical that we get this hot air, but we're going to mess with it, see what happens. That's good. Everything's good. We just have to pilot the factory. Now, if I was really kind of destructive, if I was really, really quite bored, finish 2 products, you just need one more. No, you need a bunch of N-bit matrices. All right, I'll help you. Then we'll get best Simiks, and we will see if the best of the best hot air recipe is worth using. I do not have high hopes. I am open to being surprised. Let's see, Nenbit matrices. There, we'll give him a bunch. So I think it has 2 blue Simik dens already. So this will turn them purple. Right here. There, that's for you. Then drop that in there and drop that in there. Perfect, right? And then this will build more. And then we have, good. And this consumes 25 megawatts of heat. Oh, I'm radioactive. That's pleasant to think about. I was about to be worried about that U, and then that U went away. So, good. And the problem with hot air is that you need an almighty ton of it. Like, just an astonishing amount of it. You need enormous machinery. Here, we'll take them all for a ride. And this is all waiting on exotic DNA. Oh, we can make this happen a little faster. Right now you are at 1 every 20 seconds. Now you're still at 1 every 20 seconds. Now you're at 1 every 10 seconds or so. Now you're back down. Is there a sweet spot? No, it looks like prod is best when you get like this. Alright, sure. That probably did something, maybe. Could have possibly, perhaps. So we're going to have to eat fuel rods, which is actually okay, because fuel rods are... Well, maybe there's... Well, I don't think there's any other sources of heat that we can use, because it requires a specific temperature of heat, which is only produced in the RTGs. Alright, these guys. This thing right here, this merry fellow, is putting out 1.4K hot air a second. This is kind of the benchmark of where we are. It's complicated. It has a lot of moving parts. It's hard to keep going sometimes. We're full of hot air right now. So this is the kind of the scale of hot air that we're going to need. All right, Simiks, can you do it? With the best building. There we go. And we do... Isn't the Simik hot air recipe here? Why is it I don't see it? Is it done in another building? Oh, is that what I was missing? Because I thought Simik hot air was done in a Simik boiler. And apparently, I was mistaken about that. Hot air. That's in... You? It's done in a Simik boiler. Oh, it's an entirely different building. And it probably... Oh. Is this why it didn't work out before? The Simik boiler is an entirely different building and it doesn't scale as well either? Or maybe... I don't know. Alright, okay. For one, okay, we have reached our first level of confusion and being mistaken. I thought the Simik Den did this. Simik boil. So we actually made this in the past. And I have a terrible premonition. Like, information is leaking back to me. Painfully. Excuse me while I rifle through my junk drawers. Because I'm pretty sure I tried this once upon a time, right? Or maybe I just queued up the boilers to be made. I can't remember what happened. I know I had this idea many times in the past. And it never came to be, which means either it was bad or I am bad. This is kind of... There's not a lot of room for compromise here, right? Simik boiler around here somewhere. Right here. You guys. Allow me to sample a Simik boiler. So this is a machine that is not used at all. I don't have a single one of these working in the factory. All this art has gone to waste. This building... it's kind of doing a lot with its space, you know? It's got this black foundation that is going around everything. It's a little too tall, but not a lot too tall. This is acceptable too tall, I'd say. We'll see the action if we can ever do this. So, you need fuel, and the fuel can be better Simiks, right? Okay. And it can be sped, but if it's sped, it burns the fuel faster, which is... Okay. And this produces 13 hot air a second. Oh my god. 13 hot air a second. And now you're burning the Simiks even faster. It's nowhere even approaching. Not even in the same zip code as usable. Like, even with prodded, it's... If it was ultra mega prodded, it would be within like a quarter of the old method. This is... And we're going to have to manage Simiks. And then you get... No, I don't want you to do that. And then we get tired Simiks. Where does it come from? There, tired Simiks, and then we have to feed it to bring it back. At least this is a very efficient recipe, and this is fairly quick. Though I'm not sure if we can speed the Typhoon Bay. This is ridiculously terrible. Okay, I know I promised to look at it again when I had peak creatures. And I did do that. I did exactly that. And it's still terrible. Alright, good. Glad we had this talk. We can go back to our life now. And I'm not sure what our life was, if we even had a life. It's highly ambiguous. But I do know we have better Simik buildings whenever we need it. I'll go put the Simiks back too. So, what am I doing now? I legitimately have nothing to do. And we're only about halfway into this episode, which is another reason why I think this is not going to just everything's slowing down as the factory goes harder and harder. Power usage is a pretty good proxy of that, huh? So I guess we play with embassies then, because we have nothing else to do. I know I have to build a whole bunch of laser turrets. I mean a whole bunch of them. And I should consider getting more candy, right? I should consider it, because that is the best way to destroy plutonium peroxide. Alright, let's look at it again, because we like it. Plutonium per. This is the fulcrum of the factory. There is the bump when we were filling the pipes, and now we are back to regularly scheduled programming. So it's a little more, I guess. In the last 10 minutes, it's been 16K a minute produced, consumed. In the last hour, it's less. And the last is that. Okay, so we did something. It's not... I wonder why it shut off. Or is this a delivery was made, and this is all of the... Well, I wouldn't expect it to be so slow. All of the, the antelope enclosures starting up and then doing their long recipe, and then starting up and doing the long recipe, and they were able to do 5 cycles off a delivery. That's probably a better way to interpret what we've seen here. It's more in line with all of this. Anyway, if we go in the last 10 hours, we've made not that much a minute. And we go with the last hour, it's not that much a minute. Why did it fall off at some point? For right now, it's even lower than it was before. I wonder why. Maybe, I mean, it's not that. Is it all just choked up on plutonium peroxide? I mean, I could do the thing. I could just feed it to Irving. Just put a big tank in Irving's Irving's enclosure, fill it up from overflow, and have Irving do his thing. That's kind of not in the spirit of hard mode, though. It would be effective, but, you know, not in the spirit. I could do the same thing with the plutonium peroxide, too. Nuke it. Literally nuke it. Put it in a giant box, and then use the fat men to get rid of it. I mean, that's almost worthwhile. But not in the spirit of hard mode, you know? The spirit of hard mode is that you destroy your waste products properly. Alright, I think we have to see the next problem. It's not enough to speculate about it anymore. We need to get too much candy. So we're just going to copy paste all of this down here, right? Okay. And then we'll run it or not based on how well this goes. Is this load bearing? Is this a thing? Does this go somewhere important? It kind of looks important. We're going to not do what we're doing, though. So I'm going to need 15 particle accelerators, all of which we'll use. So we're going to be throwing down like 15 times 17. That's a lot of GWs right there. Oh, that was not what I wanted. I mean, it's sort of what I wanted, but also not. What I want more than anything else is a whole bunch of blue equipment, and then 15 blue particle accelerators. And then all we have to do is copy and paste it in. It supplies itself, it processes itself, it takes everything out. Maybe there's an ash out somewhere. Not sure about that. But I am expecting it to jam. Or at least cause the other plutonium area to jam. Which will be funny, at least. But will be able to be fixed by turning off one or both of the plutonium peroxide consumers. There we go. How many of these we got here? Why do I only have 10? Why do I only have 10? Oh, I've just been throwing them down too much. But, oh, they've been brought to the warehouse. Yes, I have been throwing them down too much. And the ones that went into the blue box ended up here. So I programmed that for some reason? Yes. Okay, fine. And then a whole bunch of belt. And a whole bunch of undergrounds and splitters. Probably need another block of you. Where's my undergrounds here? Right here? Probably going to need more than that, team. It's probably good enough. All right. Time for an enormous copy-paste. And we're going to be able to see a gigantic spike in power consumption the second it goes online. That's going to feel pretty good. I suppose I could, if it proves to be too much, I could run them both and pull some speed mods, and it'll be more efficient. But let's not think about that. That rides right there. That rides right there. Do it. I wonder if I'm going to need more level 3 mods. Alright, good. Am I still out of bell? Oh, I didn't get enough. Alright, nothing's running because we don't have the peroxide in place, but that was okay-ish. Alright, everyone back in the bus, please. Everybody get on the bus. Let's keep going. I really wish this was done by now. Simulation is going so slow. 1, 2, 1, 2. So yes, it's about half speed. Not a lot. Here is it. Oh, we have tons of trouble here. Oh, there are things to do. Okay, so the factory is teetering on the edge of oblivion. Oh, that's wonderful. That's good. Why is this guy so slow? Probably a white whale. I came here for a bunch more of this. And then more undergrounds, please. And then we actually have factory stuff to fix. So while we are crushing plutonium oxide over here, the entire plutonium production chain is just gonna crash and burn in a second, which we will look at and we'll think is funny. Okay, make it real. Oh, maybe I need even more. No, we're good. All right, so things what are needed. That probably needs to come north instead. Instead of going west. Oh, we're touching the walkway. No, we're not. No, we're not. We are absolutely not. Not so long as there is a alternate way of doing things. Okay. So now all we need in is slurry. And this should just leap to life. We should see an enormous spike in energy usage. Okay, good. And they're off. Oh, we're having trouble getting it in, I guess. Well, for the moment. It'll fill up. Don't worry. Soon. Alright, so this is 15 plutonium peroxide a second times 15. So 225 plutonium peroxide a second is a lot. That's better than what we did before. It is, in fact, 9 times better than the absorber we put in. The only difference is that the absorber is harmless. And the last one turns on, and we can see if we just immediately have a brownout. That'd be funny. 17 gigawatts a pop, friends. There we go. Oh, there's tech. All right, good. And then we research this, our first major space science goal. And it's going to take a while. It's 4,000 instead of the normal 3,600. But they were using a clean half a terawatt right there. And now it's basically a terawatt, 800 gigawatts of just particle accelerators, almost all concentrated here and here. almost all the consequence of hard mode being on. And now, let's go see if we've wrecked everything. He says, knowing full well he has wrecked everything. Do we have... I kind of want these guys to be on both lanes, right? No, there's a... Do we ever distribute them on either sides of their belts? Doesn't look like we do. So I guess we do this. Just for distribution's sake. Okay, good. It's kind of... I really should blue all of these belts. It's weird watching that one go faster than all the others. And then over here is the actual problem. See how... Well, I guess that's why it's blued, huh? It has to accept more material, and there's basically a river coming back. So I suppose this is going to be the point where it backs up. Right here. I guess not. Everything seems fine. We can't shovel it in fast enough. Maybe we'll need more of the neutron moderators here. But it's eating the entire thing. The problem is it's getting more and more, and this is just transforming it. And this is just transforming it. This just transforms. There's a few recipes that eat, like this one. This is just a transformation. This is an eating recipe. So I guess we have a lot more slack for consuming things than I thought. This is just a transformation. This is just a transformation. And then this eats rather strongly. So this is where things vanish, ultimately. And I should probably work to get rid of some of these neutrons. All right, so that's the next phase of this area. To keep this running, to keep destroying the curium and the americium and eating these neutrons so that they're always running. Okay. That's not going to happen right now. That's not a today problem. Or not a... What are we missing? Something's flashing here. What is flashing here? Oh, we don't have hands? Oh. Alright, we'll fix that next time we pass by. We should see plutonium per. There. A giant leap. And so that should be sustainable, providing the entire system doesn't jam. Providing we have enough consumption and processing to take it all on. And so the next bottleneck will be here. These guys. Oh, we're out of hydrogen peroxide. Okay. All right, factory's broke. Congrats, guys. I don't think this is going to come in today. We don't have enough time. That's fine. We can get it tomorrow. So the factory is just in terrible pain. Okay. Alright, we can fix something. We'll just go fix. There's a bunch of red stuff over there. I should probably pay attention to all this. I did wire it up already, you know, but I didn't pay attention to it ever. Alright. I don't understand how arquad venom can be a thing. I don't understand how phosphoric can be a thing. How are we weaseling back and forth, and now we need phosphine? Like, doesn't make sense. Doesn't make any sense, friends. Oh, we're out of... Oh, we're stuck on stone. Oh, that's going to be a lot of problems. Okay, let's take a look at that problem then. So, our stone vent, be here, is supposed to go do something, and it is not doing anything. Why? Someone explain this world to me. We are not full up on output. We need more water. Really? Wow. Pick you up. And then get the good pump right there. Just snuggle it right in. Then you make water at great speed. There. You're much faster than... I don't even know if it's fast enough to keep it all filled, especially if there's more over here. No, just handling the local area. Okay. So, that was a weird one. Gonna have to admit. Didn't expect this to be an issue today. Just assuming you're the same problem. No, you're not having the same problem. But it's fine. You are having the same problem? No, you're not having the same problem either. I clearly just don't understand the world. So why aren't you going as hard as possible? Is it because I didn't upgrade you with even better beacons? Is that what the world needs right now? Okay. Okay, sure. Oh, we can't put better beacons in. Oh. So you are going at speed 39, and that doesn't do very much. Like, that's not going to be a huge uptick in everything, because they're already sped so very, very, very much. I mean, it goes a little better, but it's not changing the world. Alright, let's go check down here and see if there's anything better we can do. Because these guys... I'm going at speed 22. Why? Why is that? Oh, I see you have worse modules. That shouldn't be most of it. You got a 5.5 and a 4.4 and a 3.3. Can't say I understand the situation, but I do know how to spam modules. So that's only going 34. Why? Why? It's going 46. Oh, it's got a big beacon from somewhere. Ah, from over there. Ah, so it's not... Okay, we can use... we can take these 4.4s. Well, wait a second. 5.5. Where's the 4.4s? We don't have a 4.4 here? Well, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to help. So right about here, 4.4. And then right there. And right there. Alright. And that should speed you up a bit. Yeah, now you're going speed 40. And you can't fit the 5.5 in there, which is quite terrible. Probably should have done this. Okay, we absolutely should have done this differently. I'm not sure I have it in me to actually fix that, though. But I will acknowledge the truth. Alright, so how does this make us feel? If we come look at this, that... It's flowing up to this point. We actually see the edge where it's backing up. And it's just flowing freely there. This might be cleaning us out. Maybe. Or I could put down another bank of these guys. Yeah, that looks like it is cleaning it out. And it's slowly filling back to here. At which point more will go on this line. Oh, and what's this doing? Is this a pitch consumer? What is the... Or is this our real stone... Another real stone destroyer? I don't know why I did this. It's a bit of a mystery. but it's eating a whole lot of stone a second. And that's good. That's kind of exactly what I want, right? So maybe add another one of these on the other side and move this guy somewhere. All right, we'll do that. This is all feeling increasingly weird, but we can roll with it. So what we want is this, right? And you to be doing that. And then we have to get the stone in, of course. Why have you stopped? Oh, no more pitch? This is a pitch destroyer, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Okay. So adding in more pitch right here isn't really what we want. But okay. We'll see how it goes anyway. If nothing else, to amuse ourselves. That's terrible what I'm doing. What am I doing? Put a suture right there. And right there. And just drag it straight across. And you're in and you're out. And all you need is the pitch. This is apparently waste pitch. Which we probably do not have in enough quantity to matter. But we've done something. A thing has occurred. Ladies and gentlemen, please do not stay in your seats. A thing has occurred. Alright, has this helped? I mean, it's going to take a long time to really show its effects. This is it's a fundamental problem. At the base of the entire factory, can't void stone. I feel like I should put in another area that... See, this is not full anymore. Well, because it's splitting between going in here and going over there. So these guys are going to get a bit of a break, it looks like. Yeah, this is a pitch destroyer. That's why I didn't put another one, because it doesn't matter. So the question is, do I put primary pitch in there? It would mean we get less coke, which, depending on the situation in the coke area, might be considered a good thing. No, maybe I just do this again. We do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's go get 16 washers. I have 14 of them right now. So there's nothing for it, but... Oh, those are mixers, not washers. Excuse me. There we go. And then a whole bunch of modules again. Again. We're going to see a record once space science picks up. So what we want is to grab all this and just kind of locate it here. And I don't know if this is going to work out very well, but I'm hitting this button right now. Right there. It's going to get a whole bunch of lead in my inventory, and it seems like it's going to work fairly well, and I'm not going to ask any questions about that. These guys need better modules. They don't really deserve what I gave them, but that's okay. None of us, in the end, deserve anything. Okay, that's set up, but you need power, of course. There. Now that's set up. Oh, you need modules. That's set up. That's set up. Okay. So we have put an enormous amount of stone consumption potential online. And so that will flow freely for a little bit. Let's handle our inventory. And then we will come back and we'll look at it all again. And we'll probably loop back to plutonium. There, good. This is one of those good problems, though, because making so many waste products and not being able to vent them shows that the factory is doing well. We need this, of course. And then straight in right there. So both lines now flow. And we are not restricted to a single belt of stone consumption. That should help everything, right? Like just literally everything. Because these guys should have no trouble flowing from this point. Is this a problem? I mean, this really looks like a problem. How long do we think this has been a problem? When did I do this? Right there. That might have been doing something. I don't know. I don't know. All right, now stone consumption is doing real well. And we have no backups anywhere, it looks like. No backups, no backups, no backups. Now, the problem was all the way with phosphorus, right? Why are we flashing? We don't have things, so we don't have modules. You know, that's for you. That's for you. Who would say that I am not generous? Alright, so all of this just being dumped into saline water, which was being used pretty much immediately. Alright, good. Good. Waste stone exiting the system. I wish this was moving faster, but that's an off-ramp, right? Here, let's investigate this again. Pretty sure this was the first of our secondary stone lines. Why isn't it moving at all? Yeah, so that's an off-ramp. Why isn't it moving at all? It should be an express lane, but it's not working like that. Oh, now it gets shoved on here. Well, I guess from right here, at least, it needs to be blued. If it's trying to take on both lines. That makes sense, right? This lack of copper ore makes me a little nervous. Hopefully, that is not a problem. Alright, all that. Good. And then straight to here at very least. Alright. And maybe it'll drain out a little faster. Fractionally faster. Here, just blew the entire thing, right? All the way to the end. There. Now that's flowing, and that's flowing. And this should be flowing faster. Oh, I was missing a couple right there. That was probably causing tremendous problems throughout the entire system. Maybe tremendous is overstating it a little bit, but it was a pretty bad oversight. All right, so let's go look at phosphoric acid production, which was the place where we were having trouble just a second ago. Right there, right here. And we couldn't go because we were... This is Timmy. What am I even doing? Back back there. It's white. All right, this stuff was all stopped because of stone backup. So this actually needs to go faster. Okay, right there. And we have debris in our inventory, of course. And there's kind of a question whether we have too much or too little of this. That'll just have to be open for the moment. But that is now the bottleneck of the system, right? It's not this. Okay, we're off phosphorus. We used to have a enormous backlog of phosphorus acid, but now we do not. You don't have enough sand coming in? Oh, it's because it's just hard to shovel in that quick. The urge to just spam level 3 prod mods over all this is enormous. Yeah, we have a problem still. You can see it right here. What to do about this? Because we are producing way too much rock. And we have to get this out faster. So where is the next stone bypass? I think we have to drag it all the way over from here, right? And this stone bypass is full. So bringing that stone to this point will help a bit. There's another stone bypass right here, but it's moving, but it's completely full. Wow. Well, because we get off the off-ramp here. So it looks like maybe this doesn't need to be here anymore. We'll just leave a stub there just in case to remind ourselves. And this is now moving fast. And is this the line we care about? Certainly looks like it's clearing out right now. So it's right there, right below the aluminum. And if we come here, we can definitely put half our stone on that. This is almost certainly going to have side effects. Like that. And that. There, so now full half of that stone is going over there, and that means we can blue this belt now. And that will help with stone extraction here. At least blew it back there, right? There we go. Now it should be flowing fast there. And yeah, we have a balancer, and that's completely full now, and that's probably a bad thing. Just to be clear, probably not great. And we have a full belt of pure sand coming over and just being devoured, and this is backing up. Okay. So we now have enough powdered phosphate rock, or we will once it backs up. There's still a bit more slack in the system. So how does this change things? I don't know. Are we making phosphoric from phosphine? Because the other thing I can do is just run the Fagnot juicers 24/7 and have them be a source of phosphoric acid, which is actually not terrible, especially since it has a byproduct of hydrogen chloride. No, we're not going to go check this. We're going to go look at plutonium, that which I may have wrecked. We might be tempted in a little bit to... Yeah, we're starting to back up, it looks like. So we've added too much mass in the system is what's going on. Is this all working? No, you're not working. You couldn't vent out? Nothing's backed up. You look like you're working just fine. Alright, so... neutron absorbers is one way to go. Another way to go is these guys have to be faster. You need to get this out. And so we just have too much on the belt. Just way too much. This needs to be picked up. And we need to flip all these guys around. It's not even a splitter at this point. It's just, you gotta be on the other side. Well, we need better hands to discharge, apparently. There. Now it's going a little better, but it's looking kind of dire for this. This is a full stacked belt of 241. And it does not decay anytime soon. Do any of these other isotopes decay relatively quickly? Because I could just bucket them. Like plutonium does. I could just be siphoning this off and sending them to the nuclear waste dump. I could. But it's not the problem at the moment. And it has a destructive cycle anyway. So the actual for real problem is now belt. That is bad. Because well, I can blue this. It needs to take on more right here, and it just comes back around. Oh, and this is backing up too. And that's the input into that, so it's just caught in this cycle. What should I do about this? Bluing doesn't help. This backup is a big problem. We need to get more uptime on those particle accelerators. There's no other way. But that which goes in, we do not love, and that which comes out, we do not love. I could siphon half of it off and just send it directly back over here. You know what? I think that's what we're going to do. I think this is probably not how we should be doing it, but we're not quite in desperate times. It's more like I'm bored times. Times where I want to see what's going to happen next. And then we want these guys to go faster. And that's been blued all to this point. And you need more neutrons. That was kind of like the... Oh, that's this thing. Better neutron absorbers. Neutron moderators, rather. So this is helping in that it is transporting more off, allowing this to flow, which was a basic requirement for the system to work on any level. But we are having exactly the problem that I was anticipating. Americium. Americium oxide. And if we look here, it's very spiky now. It's worse than before and extremely spiky. Is that we don't have phosphoric now? No. I don't know what that's about. But this is definitely where we should spend our time. That and the entire factory is getting crushed. Do we have better neutron moderators somewhere? Those are neutron absorbers. Surprisingly, not what we want to do. We have better ones, huh? Oh, it hasn't been made even once because we need aluminum silver alloy. I mean, I could go get it. This specialist item. Is it even on? I imagine it's not. It's not. So we need a dinosaur to go get that, huh? Why aren't you getting the aluminum silver alloy as well? Does this have to be... Oh, it is a specialist item. Maybe I just go get a few cubes. We're not going to need that many. Just shove it in by hand. That'll help one side of things a little bit. Not everything. Aluminum silver alloy is kept in the alloy area. This is going to be interesting for next episode because obviously everything is kind of falling apart around us. We were so cocky and so confident. And now we have all of this problems. Why do we have so much organic solvent? Why do we need that? We're probably out of something somewhere. It's probably jammed. I should probably pay attention to this immediately rather than fussing with plutonium. It's not you, right? No, it's titanium, cobalt. It's these guys. There. We'll pick up a supply to make the neutron moderators. And then I think we're just going to close this out, and then we're just going to work on all these fluids that we're missing. Try to figure that out. Then, if there's time at the end of that, which there won't be, I will cycle all the way back to plutonium, and we'll continue watching it. We don't even need a watch list for it. We just... Why did I come this way? We're going to the mall. Sorry. Confused. Bumbling around. Smelling of strange things. Neutron moderation is done way up here, right? That's Tholins, that's you. Alright, this is for you. And you have even more if you ever want them. Okay, great. You made one. You're going to make two. You're going to make more. I could use 4 of them. But somehow I don't think we're going to get 4 of them. We're just going to get 2. Alright, better than nothing, right? Excellent, I suppose. What's... Oh, missing more, better seaweed. It's been like that for a while. I suppose that's always something looming. Deal with all the alerts. I just don't pay attention to this anymore. There's too much not working correctly. It's like, yeah, it'll probably be fine eventually. So you're working at speed 15, and now you go up to speed... That's not even that big of an upgrade. Can you keep going? Can you keep up? Looks like the answer is yes. Now it's just a matter of shoveling it in fast enough, which I guess we need more hands to do. Oh, this guy's need that. That's for you, that's for you. Alright, can we keep up now? Yes. And we're pulling this over from here, and that's good. This is still jammed, which is not great, but it's flowing freely right here. So, Oh, it has to process all this stuff too. There's not a lot of space for it. Maybe these things that come out right there, they just needs to cycle back in and again and again and again. Actually, that seems like a fantastic idea. Like, just do this. There. And then it's going to be scooping it straight back in. I mean, it's in competition with those guys, but still. That is all just material on the belt that will not be on the belt. And that'll help with our base transport problems. This is still kind of choked up. Why? Oh, you've got... Why do you have fuel rods on this belt? Okay, we got pollution. Why do we have pollution is the first question. Who is taking fuel rods and putting them on this belt? Probably we have... right here. We interrupted this splitter. Okay. Alright, so that needs to go... This balancer, rather. Not a splitter. I guess it was a splitter, but the purpose wasn't to be split. Listen, you're going to have to just give me a moment. I'm not doing so well right now. Well, the good news is we're just going to have to explode. Good news, friends. It's exploding time. We have to pick up all that. All this. All this. All this. All this. All that. All that. Okay. Yes, our inventory is full. Yes, I am aware of that. Yes, I did understand that was going to be a side effect of this operation. Okay, we're going to check and see if we're clean. What do I even do with all this stuff? Here, I can tell you what. We throw it in a box. That's what we do. Absolutely not the recommended way of disposing with nuclear waste. The box method is nonetheless extremely effective. Alright, so now that I have casually ruined this, should this be blue? It looks like it should be blue. Now it's all on one side of the belt, and that's not what we want. We want to do a flip right here. And I guess we can do this if we are willing to put a ton of control rods in our inventory. And this is the correct way to do things. I mean, correct is in enormous air quotes here. This is a way to do these things, and I'm so thrilled you're here to be with me for this moment. Chuck him in. Get him back out there. Great job. All right. Our situation is... I want to call it really mixed. We are putting too much plutonium candy on the belt, and we cannot consume it fast enough. There are only a few ways plutonium isotopes exit the system. And this is one of them. We need to get more neutron absorbers, which is great because we just put in a whole bunch of them, and they're not going to be able to be sped either. Or maybe that recipe can be sped. I don't know. Let's go see if we can find a couple. Maybe there's better ways where we can Just let high energy isotopes decay and just be happy with that. Could be. Could be. I want these things. They're right there. They were just off screen. There. And I guess the name of the game is just continue fussing with plutonium, hoping that we can get more americium waste stream, hoping to get more space science so that we can add another bank of labs and cause ourselves even more difficulties. Yeah, that sounds great. That sounds like a wonderful world to live in. So, this isn't even a problem at the moment because it's not backed up. We picked them up for nothing, essentially. So do these guys need to go faster? I really wish we could just drop that directly into your input. And this is not going fast. I guess we could start separating out the isotopes earlier. That's also completely valid. But everything is just kind of seizing at the moment. Our problem is not being able to get stuff out. And we're getting stuff in, no problem. It's the out that's the specific issue. And we put everything on this line, and so we need this to come out. We need more holes here. Well, it is flowing when it gets to this point, which I can't tell is good or bad. Because there's not much that needs, and that all of this is just destined for this, right? It comes straight around, it gets turned into americium, and the americium is being completely consumed at the moment. No, it's going back around to this. All right, so we do have something we need to do. All of this, we need a heavy bias for this is what we have. And then so long as there's any backup, we have to measure it to make sure that there is any sort of backup, and then we just have to start munching neutrons. And we do that here. Please be an appreciable amount. It's 50 seconds each. Oh my god. This is not great. This puts out... This is terrible. This is unusable. This thing puts out 3,000 neutrons a second. And we can eat them using this tech with... at a mighty 3 a second. This is useless. These buildings need help. So what we have to do is we have to make another MHD. That's what we have to do, and then we can eat all of these, and that will help. It helps more than you think. And then these are very low energetic neutrons, so it's just not going to make very much. That doesn't spoil at all. That spoils the thing that I don't want most in the world. Alright, I think I just have to let this go for a bit. Like, this is currently the bottleneck. We need this to flow more. But for that to flow more, it needs to come around less. I wish this consumed. I wish I had an inefficiency module. This is hard mode, friends. Yeah, an inefficiency module would be great. And this is just turning it into... And we could just take all of this and just ship it out to the waste dump. It decays reasonably quickly in an hour, and then it decays into this, and then it decays into that. And okay, let's do that. No, really, let's do that. We are only going to put up with primary production, high energy. Because if it ever comes to this point, right? If it ever comes back around here, that means it's been passed over for everything. And it's just not needed. It just needs to be cycled back into something. Well, it's being cycled into 239. I don't know. We have to just siphon some off and pretend we know what we're doing. I'm willing to do that. I'm willing to play a big old game of Let's Pretend. And you need to be... Because this decays and has a reasonable chance of... decaying in the claw. We have to do this. And then like this. And then again, each +1. No, we want a math combinator. We want a different thing. Right there. We want in. Then we want in again. Then each +1 is t. And this is painful because this stuff is kind of valuable, but this is just going to the waste dump. Whale hungry, you'll go get food. And it's just taking mass out of the system. You're going to fill your cargo. No, you're going to wait for circuit condition with static value. T is greater than probably 7,000 is good. And then you fill your cargo, don't wait. And then you just haul that to the Superfund site, where we're not really prepared to deal with it, are we? Then empty cargo. All right, go and do that. So this is going to be pulling nuclear material out of the system. And that's just what we need. We need isotopes to be leaving, and it will decay in a reasonable amount of time. And we will be poorer in this type of isotope, but I don't think it's going to matter. And the goal is just less mass here. And another place to get less mass out is to stop that. And for that, I need to make another MHD, which is not going to be done today. Unless there's another enormous... Well, the MHD is the ultimate consumer of neutrons. I wonder if this... Didn't I have this idea once and it didn't work? Didn't I do this once and it didn't work? No, I was trying to excite the neutrons in a better way. I put a fusion reactor down here, I think. That did not work. So these two hands are just not enough. It seems like it's flowing slightly faster. Maybe that's just me, though. Oh, you need more hand. Not that it matters that much. Everyone shovels faster, friends. There you go. Better. But the problem is output, not machine uptime. So, hardly matters. It might pull, because we're just pulling on one end, and then... I mean, it might actually have a difference. We'll see. Should I have a preference for this? No, we just need to get rid of mass. Just have to get rid of items. I need to stop staring at this and go tend to the other side of the factory. Alright, we're going to leave this. I know it's a problem. We're out of plutonium peroxide and we're out of hydrogen peroxide. Alright, there are bigger problems to look at. Let's go see what's going on with hydrogen peroxide, and then we're probably going to close out the episode very soon. We are almost done. And we're almost through our allotted time, and we're almost at a major goal. It's so close. So very close. Look at all these other things we're going to have to go get. I think this is next, because that's going to give me something big to do. Purple buildings and a blue one. Why is sulfurization so late? I don't know. This is another big one. Purple sewing machines will help. None of that really matters. None of that really matters. Alright, it's fine. Then we have to build embassies. Or something else. I don't know. Hydrogen peroxide. Why do we not have it? It's right over here. I knew the right area-ish. Right area-ish. Right here. Explain yourself. We have no chromite sand. Alright. That makes a certain amount of sense. And chromite sand is made from a lot of things. That makes a lot of sand, actually. I wonder why that isn't contributing. And it's just a bunch of chromium processing. Like, maybe I need to set up a dedicated chromite sand maker that makes it from this recipe. Nothing more. Be interesting. Interesting that you have to downgrade recipes at some point. Because the intermediate is the actual product, and you have to concentrate on that. And if you can't get the intermediate enough, you're kinda a little screwed. Still nothing wrong with the world. Chromium is way back there. I know what's going on in my factory. I do. I can navigate my factory. I can. So this is really curious how this isn't backed up. I mean, this is super duper curious how it's not backed up. I guess it's just... It's indicating that there's been a sudden surge in demand, and it's just now getting through our backlogs. We have a chromium collapse in our future. Okay. It really wasn't what I expected to see when I came over here. Everything fine, everything fine. All this is fine, and then we got a chromium pulp. Are we running low on an additive, maybe? We were low on orgosolvent. Maybe that was it. Maybe this is related to organic solvent. Because right now this should be flowing directly in. It kind of is and it kind of isn't. Yeah, it is. It's all flowing directly in and getting used. So we had an organic solvent problem. I get the feeling that this is just one critical issue somewhere. And it's going to be a complex... It's going to be about pulling back on all of the different threads until I find where they intersect. Now we do have an organic solvent problem. And we haven't had an organic solvent problem in many, 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 many hours. Orgosolvent is made right here. See, I was almost going the right place. You can have more prod. We just don't have enough of it. Orgosolvent. We have periodic crash outs. I mean, we know what we can do about that, right? And then we make organic solvent here. Oh, it's the same recipe, only it's not sped. Do we make it any other way? No. No. I mean, yeah, that's pretty good. But I don't think it's real, right? Maybe it is. But arthropod blood is hard to come by sometimes. No. DCM and an organic solvent. Yeah, this is just repackaged DCM, and I understand. So I guess what we want to do is just kind of give these guys the treatment, right? This is making 150 a second. Is anything else not pressurized? Well, we're going to find out. How about that? because boom, 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 boom. And then as our centerpiece, U, 5, 5, go. Infinite, and that makes 4 times as much. Not sure that's going to actually help us that much. And if we do that here, we might as well do it here, right? And this will definitely show where the lacking ingredient is. We have plenty of acetone. We have plenty of ammonia. It's going at 90% prod. This has to have fixed this problem. But the thing is, it's clearly flowing. We're not jammed or anything. We may become jammed in a bit. We are not jammed at the moment. Oh, I just kind of realized we just left off of hot air. We just walked away from it. We looked at the Simik boilers and it was just terrible. It would be much better if the recipe was in the Simik den. It goes faster. But that's not the purpose of the recipe, I suppose. So, organic solvent, just blown away. We didn't actually find a problem with hydrogen peroxide and just walked away. Let's go look at propene. What's Arquad venom doing? I have a hard time believing Arquad venom is an actual issue. Because we make the Arquad venom from the special improved Arquad recipe, right? So, we might be out of a pharmaceutical, or far too far, aren't we? All the animals uplift. Oh, I should have checked on moondrops, shouldn't I? We'll sweep back, and we're not making it all. Okay. And we don't have this pharmaceutical. Okay, this was kind of what I expected to see. And we don't have this pharmaceutical because we don't have enough lard. We don't have enough atom. We saw signs of this the other day, and I kind of ignored those signs. And we trace it back. Oh, I knew we had to make this, and then I just didn't pay attention to it. So if you're in progress, let's just add another whale. And then probably need a lot more rock cocoons. Probably almost certainly. So you do that. Comparative go. Comparative equals go. No. Glassware. Should be like this, right? Alright, be on your way. Then we have to help it from the other end. This is about to be end of episode, I think. I think. Well, this is a fine place to leave. I mean, nothing bad happened today. We're struggling with the factory here and there. I mean, did anyone think that that wasn't going to be my fate? We probably ruined plutonium in one way or another. Okay, I should stop pre-capping, right? Now we have to figure out what's going on with you. And how many prod I don't. I've already done the thing. The funny thing. So what we really need is just more uptime, I guess. Huh. So, question is, am I satisfied with, I need 200 each? For real? So this really was just a delivery problem. We can't keep this fueled. I guess the solution for that is more prod. It's like extending the delivery guys' lifetimes. Or making, increasing their inventory, basically. I wonder if this also means that we are low on something like Varrock cocoons. Because every time I turn around, I'm low on something like Varrock cocoons. And we just kind of caught it at a really good time. Here, make me a ton, an absolute ton of better modules. I'm going to be spamming all of these. You better believe I'm going to spam these modules. Then where are we at? We're at 2 hours. We really should wrap up. Sad that we're not going to get this, but it's all just because the simulation's so slow. It's my own fault. I built the factory. I should probably, I don't know, shut down some of these VMs, maybe. That'd only give me a couple UPS. Go buy a better computer. Yeah, that would probably have an impact, but I don't know if you've been watching the PC part market recently. It's not pretty. Here, this is all just for you guys. Just all for you. All for you. And extra speed. This doesn't really do much, I know. 5.4. Maybe it's going to be just 5.3 and get everybody. There we go. Now it's going at good speed, and it's just a matter of whether we... I know we were out of Harquad honey for a long time, but it's full up now. How are these guys... Who is hoovering up all of these? Who? It's not you. Maybe it's you. Oh, they're all going out right here, and this is trying to back up. Ah, I see. We have buffering issues. Okay. And now is anyone stuck? Yes, and it's stuck on the exact thing I said it was going to be. All right. So we need more of rock cocoons. Let's take a look at that. And we are just pegged out. Completely pegged out. Yeah, and so we just need, we're just going to write that down for tomorrow. More rock cocoons. We're probably going to do maybe even something on site. Even though that would be very weird. Probably not on site. We're going to do something with a wormhole, certainly. And I think the last thing I'm going to do, I have all these perfect Simiks in my inventory. Not sure what I should do with those. What I'm going to do now, we're going to go look at moondrops and be disappointed / elated. And then I'm going to wrap up, and tomorrow we'll do it again. We have done nothing. We have done literally nothing. These guys are probably waiting for Adam or something. No. So is this working? Kind of looks like there's nothing in the weir, though. You have the seeds. So I guess you just need this guy back, and he's slow. And we've had many more rolls, and nothing has happened. Ugh. We need 2 more. Maybe I'll have to add in another dinosaur tomorrow. Alright, it's not jammed anyway. Let's wrap up. Let's get out of here. Tomorrow should be a 3-tech day. They won't be flashy techs. It'll be antelope upgrade, okay, which is very, very flashy. And then 2 utility sciences, which are not flashy. But that's fine. It is still a major goal. We should probably take a look at Strangelet production. I mean, that doesn't look fantastic to me. Actually, looks like we have a lot of problems. Here, we have to look at this. Watch antelope. We have it on our list anyway. We have to do it when we only serious this time. So we're done, right? Yeah, we're done. Yet another episode. Marching ever closer to victory. We did get 2 techs today. Probably would have gotten 2 techs. Well, we've all gotten maybe 1.5 tech. If there were 2 space sciences. Maybe 2 techs. Certainly 1. So right here, and then pop. And then screenshot. Screenshot. Okay. What do we do today? It was just a lot of running around in chores there. I don't think we had any major accomplishments. I know we analyzed hot air again and realized once again it is utterly terrible. Just terrible, terrible, terrible. Kind of want to use this area for a new hot air maker down here. New design. Focused on throughput and efficiency. Everything changes now that we have speed modules. Anyway, don't think about that. What else? We messed with antimony processing. We buffed organic solvent. We added another block of plutonium candy makers. It is too much. This entire area is just quivering and exploding from the amount of just sheer material that's in here, and we have to find ways to shave more out. I have to make another M.HD in order to eat these neutrons down here, and so that we can get rid of another isotope. I could route it up here and just kind of dilute that the main power area, but I don't want to cross the streams, you know. This place is too important. But this is like, didn't we determine that somewhere in the neighborhood of 250 gigawatts of electricity we just put online? Yeah, that's fun, isn't it? What else? Not really much, huh? I feel like we just kind of poked and prodded at things all day long, and it wasn't a huge problem. And then suddenly it is. Because we had stone problems and phosphorus problems and all sorts of issues with that, and which might be unrolling and might be not. Probably going to start producing Fagnot phosgene directly into phosphine instead. So we're going to turn these into primary producers and just let them rip. We're like at 90% producers, something like that. Anyway, there's lots left to do. Lots and lots and lots and lots. But only a few episodes coming. All right, I'm done now. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye, 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 bye.